Good morning from Plovdiv, Bulgaria's second largest city. Yesterday we got the bus down from Sofia. It only took about 2 hours. It was really easy, but we are fresh and we are ready to explore the oldest living city in Europe. Before all that, breakfast, and oh my god, this breakfast is incredible. Look at it all.
We have cheese omelets, we have these crazy like toasties, like cheese toasties, and then we've got, oh my god, doesn't that look so aesthetically pleasing? Croissants, bananas, blueberries, we've got 2 juices, 2 cappuccinos. It looks amazing, and sitting on our amazing balcony with this view. We are staying at the business hotel here in Plovdiv. We will probably give you a room tour later on today because I do want to eat this and then head out. What a lovely breakfast. So surprising. The omelette actually had white cheese in it, similar to feta, and it was amazing. I'm definitely going to try that at home one day. But we are located about a 5 to 10 minute walk, depending on how fast you walk, away from the main city centre. And Plovdiv is pretty amazing. It's quite a unique city because it is just full of Roman ruins. As you can see, they are discovering ruins all the time. This one here is right next to a very famous hotel, the Odeon Hotel and restaurant, and all along here is just these ruins that they have discovered whilst, I don't know, they were probably building something new and they found it. So we're going to be discovering all of them today right in the centre of Plovdiv.
I seriously do not know how more people are not talking about Plovdiv. You're walking along here, the pedestrian zone, which apparently is the longest pedestrian zone in all of Europe. So if you want your bars, your restaurants and shopping, you have the longest one in Europe here. But amongst it, you just see like Roman ruins here, Roman ruins there. It just pops up everywhere. This is crazy. We are literally on the main pedestrian street with all the bars, restaurants, shops, and right next to it, well, in the middle of it, is the ancient stadium of Philopolis. Like I said, this city is ancient. It is the oldest city in Europe. It dates back to around 4000 BC, and there's actually stories and history of it going back even further to 6000 BC. I mean, if you love your history, this is the place to go. But it's just so cool the way they've preserved it down below the city, and I think you can go to steps below it.
This is so unique. So it was built back in the 2nd century AD and is said to be one of the largest and best preserved Roman stadiums in all of the Balkan Peninsula. It's kind of insane. It used to hold 30,000 people. Obviously now there's just a fragment of that left, but you can even see some of the inscriptions underneath in the tunnel, and this is just all of the stadium here. Like, what? How have you managed to preserve that all of them years? It's honestly insane.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before in a pedestrian zone of a city. There's just so much history here. The ruins, like literally under H&M when I was getting my new sunglasses yesterday, you could see some of the old stadium. It's unreal. Like, imagine the whole thing was excavated. It looked incredible. And this is also the Duzmaya Mosque, Duzmaya Square, I think, that we are on. Again, so much history. A really pretty mosque, actually the only one in the city. And as we leave here, what is this? Is it an Easter fair?
Yeah, how cool is this?
It's actually Easter this weekend, and we've stumbled across some big, it looks like a little festival, a little Easter festival.
That little market market was absolutely so cute. Not that we bought anything, however it was kind of like a crafty market. There was loads of handmade things, you had things like jewellery. I think you could even get like sort of gelatos, which is really, really cool. But we've come to the area, which is the hip area. Basically, me and Matt are obviously quite trendy. So we've come to...
We can't lie, we were here last night.
We were here last night, and that's why I'm having to keep my sunglasses on. But we've come to the area of Kapana, which is kind of like the youthy area. As you can see behind me, you have graffiti quite a lot of the way, sort of lots of hip bars and restaurants. And Kapana actually means trap in English. So basically this area used to be under sort of Ottoman rule, and it's kind of just to explain the history. But we've come into Raya's and we have got a strawberry lemonade. Matt's got a coconut lemonade.
Cheers.
Very healthy for us.
It would be beer, but after last night we can't start drinking yet.
Yeah, that is so nice.
Isn't it? The coconut's unreal. This is seriously the coolest area. Them ice lemonades are all so needed after all the beers last night, but it is just so cool. Cobbled streets, lots of bars, craft beer places, and then you've got these flags. Look, can we see them? We can't see them. You've got these flags everywhere, and the graffiti is so good.
I don't even think you can call it graffiti. It's more like
it's real art.
It's real art.
I don't want to stay here too long though, because I think tomorrow it's so cool. It deserves it
deserves its own right.
Its own right. I want to have some food here tomorrow, I think.
Oh, the food looks incredible.
The reason that we didn't stay in the hip area today, well, firstly was because we'd probably end up doing what we've done yesterday and sit in the sun. It is 30 degrees. It is very hot for this time of year. We'd end up sitting in the sun, drinking beers all day, and we wanted to head up to the old town, which we are now starting to walk through, I believe. They say it's more like sort of like an outdoor open air museum. You've got lots of museums, old churches, walking around, of course, the cobbled streets. But the main reason anyone walks up here is firstly to go to the very top of the hill, and secondly, the main thing is to see the ancient theatre, which I believe we're walking to now. But these are all like little tiny cobbled streets, and there's like no one around.
Tickets, please. Wow, this is so cool. So we just got our tickets from the guy in there. I think the price is $5 each, but he actually only charged us $2.50 each, which is really nice.
I think he charged us the children's price.
Yes! Do you know how good that is? But this is so cool. The views from up here are absolutely incredible, and how they have managed to preserve.
Yeah, I think they said it's one of the best preserved Roman ancient theatres in the world. They've done very well, and they still clearly have concerts down here.
That is so cool. Could you imagine like even coming to watch one, or being a performer here? Like, how cool would that be?
Oh my god, it is so hot, and you've got to be so careful on these steps where they're made out of like marble. These Romans didn't think about this, did they? That I could be here 2,000 years later, because this place is over 2,000 years old, and I could be slipping on these steps on the way down to the main stage, where they still perform rock concerts today, which is pretty cool. And Molly's gonna have a go in a minute, because I think we can go on there. He comes. You're not on the stage yet. I'd watch them stairs as well. These stairs,
going down there.
They're crazy.
Welcome to my stage.
The crowd goes wild.
So cool. Yeah, it was just silent. This is so cool. When they said that it was one of the best preserved, you can really see why. Up there, there's statues that are still with their heads on. There's been a lot of Roman statues that are headless, but no,
this
they
one's
still
head
have their
survived.
head. And the pillars. I love the pillars. There's so many as well, and still in such good condition.
I think someone designed this city perfectly for me and Molly. We've just come straight out of the ancient theatre, and right next to the theatre, I can literally just see it there, we're in a bar. We got 2 Zagorka.
The first of the day.
First of the day, and it's like 4 PM. We've done very well here. We actually need this because we've heard to get to the hill, the top of this hill, we've got a little hike, so we need a beer to energise ourselves. But what a view, like we're literally I'm literally in the theatre. Behind this is the theatre. We've had to sit in the shade as well because it's like 31 degrees today. Okay, the beer probably wasn't needed. It was literally the shortest walk from the old town to here, Nebet Tepe, one of the hills here in Plovdiv. I was expecting a hike. I was ready for a stretch after my beer, but we are up, and the views from up here, well, we're nearly up. The views are starting to look incredible. Plovdiv was actually known as a city of 7 hills, but that's debatable now whether there's 7. Might be 6, might be 5. I'm not too sure. I think tomorrow we're going to do a hike to a couple of the other ones.
I feel like I'm the king of the castle, the queen of the castle right now. I'm literally surrounded by the walls, like fortification walls. Got the craziest views. We can actually count the hills. How many did you think there were? How many did they tell us
they
there were?
They said 7, but I can see 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, that's 1,
2,
2, 3. We're on the 4th.
And there's probably some behind.
4 or 5.
I think we've found the best views.
Definitely. I think it's kind of like, I think it's really cool. There are more than 1, I'm going to say 7 in quotation marks, 7 hills, so you can see the city from different points of view.
You can see everything. You can see the old town,
yeah.
You can see it's the new town, you've got the river, you've got the outskirts.
The outskirts, like you can see that it is quite a vast city, and I also love the fact that we know nothing about the history of this hill.
For the first time, our facts aren't like there, but you've obviously got the old ruins up here, the Roman ruins. I presume it used to be like a fortress. Stravi. Deserved after that.
Only the second
baby hike
of the day. Yeah, it really was a baby hike. But on the way up, we actually saw this restaurant, and it was called Beer House, and it's situated on the hill.
Oh, the
so
views.
We thought we better come in here on the way down, and actually it has a great menu. So we're going to grab something to eat as well. But wow, like if you thought that up there had good views, this has amazing views too. But we can sit in the shade.
All the ones next to the wall, overlooking the view of Reserve. That's when you know it's a great view. Had to run round and join Molly. The sun is, honestly, it's 31 degrees. It's the end of April. When you see this, it won't be the end of April, but it is boiling hot. But our patatnik has come. Basically, I hadn't heard of this. Like when we'd looked up best Bulgarian food to try and things like that before, I hadn't ever seen this. And it is basically a pie that is made of potato with cheese and egg. That comes in a huge plate. I'm going to show the clay pot. Molly told me not to because I jogged the table, but whoa, look.
It's sizzling, do not burn yourself.
It is sizzling, I thought I just dropped some on myself. I don't really know how to eat it because I didn't know I was going to have patatnik. I'd never heard of it. But
it's actually a traditional mountain dish, sorry. It's actually a traditional mountain dish.
We're on a hill, not a mountain.
Yeah, I know, but this is what it is.
Okay, but we got 2 pittas to go with it because I think it'd be good to like dip in. Cheers.
It's like grated potato, like softened with like cheese and egg.
Cheese, egg. I reckon if you grab a bit of that pitta, dip it in the patatnik. Unreal combination. What? That was a great call, and it was only
massive.
10. Is it 10?
10 lev.
So about 5 English pounds, and the beer really cheap as well. So I got a second one.
I am absolutely stuffed from our patatnik, and I'm actually
I can't believe you remembered the name.
Yeah, I know. I'm very impressed with us as well because it's not normally something that we would pick, you know, like if
we liked a little bit of research prior, right?
Exactly, we like to know what it is that we're eating. We kind of just basically went with the picture and it came out even better than expected. But we are back at Business Hotel here in Plovdiv, so I need to give you a room tour. I did mention that this morning. It's not just a room, it's an apartment. So follow me through firstly, because we have an enormous bed. I don't even know what to say it is. This is a bedroom. It's really a separate room. TV, huge desk. I love the sort of lighting in here, and the interior is all the same in terms of colouring. We'll come through. We have a living room. It feels very presidential, doesn't it? You know,
it's
like
nice. It is. There's only 2 of these, so we feel very lucky to have one.
Very lucky. Another massive TV, smart TV. Got a desk for editing, sofa, table. They left us a little Happy Easter spread as well, which was so cute. Got all our storage here. We have a bathroom with a hot tub, which looks so cool. I have been in it, I'm not going to pretend I haven't. And
last
then
but not least,
the best thing of all in 30-degree heat is this absolutely insane balcony. We have our table and chairs, and it's where obviously we had breakfast this morning, as you saw, and we have
breakfast
a view
and beers for sunset.
of the mountains. Yeah, beers for sunset.
And this will literally be us for the rest of the evening. Chill out on the balcony, watching the sunset go below one of the 7 hills. I'm still not sure whether it is 7 hills. I feel like it's 6, maybe 5. I couldn't find 7. Yeah, have a couple of beers, chill out, and then we've got another full day tomorrow exploring the city. There's so much that we haven't seen yet that we're going to see tomorrow. Like, you've got the incredible ancient city. Like, you know, this city is older than Rome. It's older than Athens, which is mind-blowing. It's got the amazing, like, what would you call it, the edgy arts district of all the great bars, restaurants, craft beer, and then you've got the hills. So I think we'll be hiking a couple more of the hills tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Plovdiv has blown us away. This place really needs to be on the map of one of the must-do cities in Europe.